do you live?
My name is Conor McGregor and I live in Lucan.
And what's your status, or what's your professionalism?
I'm a professional MMA fighter with a record of 4-1. I'm an up-and-coming fighter, and without a doubt you will see me on the UFC in the near future, without a doubt.
If you were to search for the cockiest and most arrogant man in the world of sports, you'd probably come across Conor McGregor.
I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
We overcame the famine and deprivation. We overcame any threats of an invasion. We overcame it all.
However, not everything in his life has gone the way you might think. Conor Anthony McGregor was born on July 14, 1988, in the Crumlin neighborhood of Dublin to Tony and Margaret McGregor. Growing up in Crumlin, McGregor attended both primary and secondary school in the area. His passion for sports, which began at a young age, was inspired by the environment he grew up in. McGregor first got into sports by playing soccer for the Lord Celtic Football Club. At the age of 12, he was introduced to boxing at the Crumlin Boxing Club. One of the reasons he started boxing was because he was often bullied at school for being short and skinny, and he wanted to learn how to defend himself. His father, who was also an amateur boxer, likely influenced this decision. In 2006, McGregor's family moved to the Lucan area of Dublin. There, he worked as a plumbing apprentice and met Tom Egan, who would also go on to fight in the UFC. Together, they began training in mixed martial arts, MMA. McGregor's father strongly opposed this path. He didn't see a future for Conor in fighting and wanted him to make a living as a plumber. Conor was infuriated by his father's disapproval and told him, "When I'm a millionaire at 25, you'll regret saying this." During this period, Conor felt very isolated and broken. He credits Dee Devlin, whom he met during this difficult time, with helping him rebuild and find his footing again. Dee Devlin stood by Conor during his darkest days, supporting him through every moment. She consistently prepared his sports meals and packed his gym bag so he could focus on his training. Even though they didn't have much money, she ensured he ate properly, drove him to his training sessions on time, and took his dreams seriously, becoming a partner in his journey. Eventually, Conor quit his plumbing job to dedicate himself fully to his training. In Dublin. On March 9, 2008, Conor made his professional MMA debut in the lightweight division, facing Gary Morris. "I want to do bad things with you. Maybe you do too, but tonight is too late. I want to do bad things with you." He won the match via technical knockout in the second round. In his second fight, McGregor defeated Mo Taylor. For his third fight, he dropped down to featherweight. In his first featherweight bout, he faced Artemij Saitnkov, but McGregor suffered his first loss after being forced to submit. This defeat was a major emotional blow for him. Yes, he was emotional, but people would say things like, "Oh, you're making McGregor cry." But he cried because at that time, he was still just a young man.
But I didn't beat superstar McGregor. I beat teenager McGregor, so it's two different people.
A champion, when he faces defeat, he puts his head down and grinds. He dedicates his entire life. That's what champions do. That's what a three-time world champion does. That's what I done.
However, it didn't take long for Conor to break his own record. Just a month later, he won a fight in only 4 seconds, achieving one of the fastest knockouts in MMA history. McGregor went on to claim both the featherweight and lightweight championships in the Cage Warriors organization. This made him the first European fighter to hold titles in 2 different weight divisions simultaneously.
I'm the fucking future.
In February 2013, UFC President Dana White visited Dublin to receive the honorary patronage gold medal from Trinity College. During his visit, he repeatedly heard the name Conor McGregor and took note of the growing calls to bring him into the UFC.
And the fact that he thinks he's good enough to be in the UFC is good enough for me.
He arranged a meeting with McGregor, which eventually led to UFC CEO Lorenzo Fertitta stepping in to finalize a multi-fight contract with Conor. In February 2013, Conor McGregor officially signed with the UFC, becoming the second Irish fighter to join the promotion after Tom Egan. He made his UFC debut on April 6, 2013, against Marcus Brimage. In his very first UFC fight, Conor won the Knockout of the Night award.
What's up, man? UFC, man? Yeah,
thank you very much. Like 60 G's bonus and then my own pay. You know what I mean? I don't know what the fuck's going on there. I didn't have money before this, you know. Like I said, I was collecting €188 a week out the social welfare, and now here I am.
So there's been a lot of hype. I guess the hype is real, man.
Yeah.
It's good to show it. Tough dude to keep
man, he's tough.
In his second scheduled fight, he was set to face Andy Ogle, but Ogle suffered an injury, and Conor ended up fighting Max Holloway instead.
2 things I really like to do, and that's whoop ass and look good, and I'm doing one of them right now, and Saturday night I'm gonna do the other.
During the fight, McGregor tore his ACL. However, this wasn't a reason for him to give up. The injury would keep him out of the cage for nearly a year.
Me. Okay, no, just was it extending or coming down? I'm gonna bend like that in a body triangle position. Get that in your face.
After recovering, Conor McGregor made his comeback on July 19, 2014. He was originally scheduled to fight Cole Miller.
Dream come true, you know. When I first made my debut, I said a dream of mine was to come and drag the UFC back by the scruff of the neck to my hometown, get my teammates on. Now it's upon us. Now we're here. Did I know I was going to be main event? Maybe not. Main event is a dream come true for me. 5 rounds. Get to showcase my skills in front of my hometown. I'm going to show Cole everything but mercy.
But Miller withdrew due to injury and was replaced by Diego Brandao. Fighting in his hometown with 9,500 passionate fans in attendance, McGregor had immense motivation. The fight was stopped near the end of the first round by referee Leon Roberts. McGregor won the Performance of the Night bonus for the first time.
The pimp is here.
McGregor signed a multi-fight contract with the UFC, and his next opponent was Dustin Poirier. In that fight, Conor earned his second Performance of the Night bonus.
Hate is a beautiful thing to me. I enjoy it. The whole roster can hate me. The whole of America can hate me. I only need one American to love me, and that is Mr. Benjamin Franklin. As long as you're paying, then thank you.
That's one of my no smiling, yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Going from here as well.
Nice. Thank you. Yeah, definitely.
Motherfucker don't look like me. But I believe 2015 will be my year. I know a lot of the featherweights are bitching and moaning and hating on it, you know, but they don't have to love it. They can even hate it, but they will be forced to accept it.
The weight has been lifted. I buried the knife. Here comes the elephant carried by mice. Here to marry the mic. One touch cut, dipped in blood. Now dare me to write. Watch a murderer cross. Turn into a pack of wolves and proud the streets for the feast they owe. Fat sacks and a stack of gold. Get blown and turn back to cross. I hear evil, I see evil, but I speak needle. Full of medicine for all of these dead people. Sight beyond sight. Carry the eyes of a dead eagle treading in the twilight. Leather bag of bones, browns when the sun is shown. 10 fingers that have touched the globe. 10 toes to the dusty road. One skull made of bone about to touch the throne.
Conor cleared another hurdle on his way to the championship and went on to claim a third Performance of the Night award. On January 30th, 2015, it was announced that Conor would face the dominant featherweight champion, Jose Aldo. The fight was scheduled for July 11th, 2015. During UFC's traditional International Fight Week, the UFC allocated a massive budget for the promotion of this fight, organizing a world tour that spanned 8 cities and 5 countries, along with press conferences. However, shortly before the fight, it was announced that Jose Aldo had to withdraw due to a rib injury. Chad Mendes stepped in to replace him.
He should have kept his mouth shut, and I'm going to slap the face off him, and that's it.
And Conor, I'm going to embarrass you, dude. I'm going to destroy your life.
The event attracted nearly 16,000 fans in attendance, setting a record in Nevada. Ticket sales alone generated $7.2 million in revenue, making it the highest-grossing MMA event in the U.S. at the time. This fight was a turning point for Conor because Chad Mendes, with his wrestling background, posed a stylistic challenge for McGregor.
But I finally built a kingdom from my passion. Start to divvy up the cash. I'll pull the next world wonder out the back alley trash can. Vision everlasting. They tried to get him, but they couldn't build a prison that would trap. And in this land, here the shaman's a king. Better follow your dreams or fall deep into the hollow of reeds. Gone into tomorrow's seams and suck the sorrow out and spit my peace.
Big deep breath by Chad Mendes. Listen to this place. Oh, big shots by McGregor. Look at the clock closely. 10 seconds.
Wake up, face up with a heart to get right. In a world that's gone wrong, I'm darker than midnight, but I'm brighter than Zeus strikes. From rolling these 2 dice, tell me the world ends. Well, I guess we got tonight. Dance on my own grave, this ground is not sacred. The art, well, it takes time, my hands, will it take bread. The engine in my heart starts to running on hatred. No one make it far in this war with the faceless. Raise out the grave, segregated to falling. Goodbye for the now, no I'm out for my calling. Staring at my chips, about to burst and mauling. Standing on the cliffs, one slipping, I'm falling.
In the interim featherweight title fight, McGregor defeated Chad Mendes via TKO in the second round, claiming the interim title.
I just want to thank everybody that's been with me and the Irish people that support me. I swear to God, I've done this for us. I've done it for us.
Stop. I swear to God, I never like this in my life. Fuck it. It looks like that when you're walking out. Holding your hands down. Oh, fuck's sake.
Following the Mendes fight, Conor served as a coach on UFC's reality show, The Ultimate Fighter. On August 10, 2015, it was announced that Conor would face Jose Aldo in a title unification bout. For Aldo, the nightmare began as trash-talking master Conor McGregor was ready to haunt him.
Look into my eyes, little man. Little Brazilian. Ooh, vamos, hey.
Don't dream. You dream.
You like it?
Yeah.
It looks good, right?
No, never.
Say goodbye.
Never.
Come get it.
You?
Come get it. Come get it. You little old fuck, come get it. Tell him I said I am his daddy.
Nunca vai ser.
Sit on my lap.
Nunca vai ser. Tá na
Sit on my lap. Yeah, what you gonna do? Like, do something. Do something. Brazilian bitch. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Anything, bitch. Please, I'll take that out. You'll do nothing. You'll do
Can we move the seat? Let's reconfigure the seat here.
Pussy.
On December 12, 2015, at UFC 194, McGregor faced Aldo and knocked him out in just 13 seconds, becoming the new featherweight champion and earning yet another Performance of the Night bonus. This victory also set the record for the fastest knockout in a title fight in UFC history. Following his sensational win over Aldo, McGregor set his sights on moving up a weight class to become UFC's first double champion. His next opponent was set to be lightweight champion Rafael dos
2015
Anjos.
was my year. 2016 is also my year. Every year is my fucking year.
The title fight, scheduled for March 5th, had to be cancelled when Dos Anjos broke his foot during training camp.
Yeah, Conor McGregor, you're taking everything I work for. I'm gonna fight your ass. You know what's the real fight, what's the real money fight is me, not these clowns that you already punked at the press conference.
With just 13 days remaining until UFC 196, Nate Diaz stepped in as a replacement. However, Diaz didn't have enough time to cut down to lightweight, so the fight was adjusted to welterweight. Despite starting the fight well, McGregor began to experience conditioning issues as the fight progressed. In the closing moments of the second round, Diaz submitted McGregor, earning a victory that made headlines around the world. Following the match, both fighters received the Fight of the Night bonus. The rematch against Diaz was initially scheduled for July 9, 2016, at UFC 200. However, due to a dispute between McGregor and the UFC regarding his media obligations for promoting the fight, it was removed from the UFC 200 card.
Don't be worrying, I'm so proud of you.
It is what it is. I'll face it like a man, like a champion, and come back and do it again. I'm sure you will, sir, and I look forward to seeing you compete again. Conor McGregor, ladies and gentlemen, how's that feel?
Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
In the following months, the rematch was rescheduled for the UFC 202 card.
Your whole team. Little crackhead SS. You'll do nothing. You'll do nothing. Shut your fucking mouth, you'll do nothing. You'll do fucking nothing. Not one of you will do nothing. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
That's all right. Hey, Conor, don't throw those fucking hands. Conor.
McGregor, Conor, what happened at the press conference, man?
Look, I don't know. I seen people panicking up into the stands, and I thought maybe there was a case of dehydration going on. I was simply launching up some hydration for people.
Conor McGregor, you're taking everything I work for. I'll fight your ass. Conor, you're in serious trouble. He's on the show. He's done. And I'm not surprised.
Like the first fight, the rematch took place at welterweight. After a grueling 5 rounds, McGregor won the fight by majority decision, securing his revenge. UFC 202 broke records, surpassing UFC 100 with 1.65 million pay-per-view buys, making it the highest-selling pay-per-view event in UFC history at the time.
The king is back!
On September 27, 2016, it was announced that McGregor's next fight would be against lightweight champion Eddie Alvarez.
Round twice in your professional career and lost one of them. You're complaining that he has no gas.
His
no
question is, why are you talking about? That's his question. Why the f you up there talking Say it like it is, you're blessed. You're blessed that I chose you.
However, this situation didn't sit well with other fighters aiming for the lightweight championship. It even turned 2 individuals, who could have been good friends, into bitter enemies.
Conor McGregor said that if he wins at 145 pounds, he wants to move up to 155. What do you think?
No, I like Conor McGregor, but if you come 155, welcome.
Do you like his trash talk?
Who the f is that guy? Who the f is that? No damn well who I am. Who the f is that?
Of course I knew who Jeremy was. You know, Jeremy was a good fighter. Was a former lightweight, then down into the featherweight division. Good power in his hands. But the timing was just impeccable there, and that was it.
Easy money. Easy money. Easy.
UFC 205, held on November 12, 2016, at Madison Square Garden, was significant as it marked the first UFC event in New York, after mixed martial arts was legalized in the state.
And if I catch you coming back
reason why we're at the top of the game. Because of me and because of you. And I appreciate every single one of you. Look, what's next for me, Joe? I'm gonna get that second belt. Where the fuck is it? They should have had them 2 belts ready, special for me. They're fucking have both in the octagon. It's never been done before.
In the main event, McGregor defeated Eddie Alvarez via second-round TKO, making history as the first fighter in UFC history to hold titles in 2 different weight classes simultaneously.
That looks good. That looks good, God bless.
On November 26, 2016, McGregor was stripped of his featherweight title by the UFC, and it was awarded to Jose Aldo, who had won the interim featherweight title at UFC 200. During this period, McGregor began receiving numerous movie offers. He was offered a lead role alongside Vin Diesel and even a villain role in the James Bond series. However, McGregor turned down these offers to stay focused on his training. After UFC 205, McGregor announced he would take a break from fighting due to the upcoming birth of his first child. During his hiatus, rumors began circulating about a potential boxing match against Floyd Mayweather. Following months of negotiations, it was announced that the two would face off on August 26, 2017.
I want this entire arena to scream, F*** the Mayweathers. 1, 2, 3, F*** the Mayweathers.
Ladies and gentlemen, the reigning, defending, 155-pound champion of the UFC, the Notorious Conor McGregor!
Due to his prolonged absence from MMA, McGregor was stripped of his UFC lightweight title on April 7, 2018. The vacant belt was claimed by Khabib Nurmagomedov after defeating Al Iaquinta. Khabib and his team were staying at the same hotel as Artem Lobov and Islam Badurgov, who were part of Conor's team. Khabib confronted Artem Lobov over some remarks made about him, cornering him to demand an explanation. The situation was resolved before it escalated further, but Conor could not remain indifferent.
In the door. Hey, Ali, shut up.
What the fuck, fucking pussies? Fuck you!
Listen, you don't like Khabib and you don't like what happened or whatever, then fight Khabib. You can come in here and you can do it legally. Not here, unfortunately. I know. But the fight is done. October, Las Vegas. It's on, ladies and gentlemen.
The ongoing tensions between Conor and Khabib were about to get uglier. Conor lost the fight, but what would happen afterward would become the defining moment. Following the Nurmagomedov fight, both sides faced penalties. As a result, McGregor had an inactive 2019, but made a triumphant return on January 18, 2020, defeating Donald Cerrone via a technical knockout just 40 seconds into the first round. He earned the Performance of the Night bonus and became the first UFC fighter to secure finishes in 3 different weight classes. Despite his fighting achievements, McGregor also gained a reputation for his bad behavior, frequently finding himself in the middle of scandals. While some incidents involved minor traffic violations, others were far more serious. In March 2019, Irish police began investigating McGregor following an allegation of sexual assault. A second accusation surfaced in October 2019, involving claims that he assaulted a woman in a car. While these cases were still under legal proceedings, McGregor made headlines again when footage emerged of him punching an elderly man in a Dublin pub. The altercation reportedly started when the man declined a drink McGregor had offered. McGregor was fined €1,000 by a Dublin court for the incident.
In reality, it doesn't matter what happened there. I was in the wrong. That man deserved to enjoy his time. I must come here before you and take accountability and take responsibility, and I owe it to the people that have been supporting me. I owe it to my mother, my father, my family. I owe it to the people who trained me in martial arts. That's not who I am. That's not the reason why I got into martial arts or studying combat sport. The reason I got into it was to defend against that.
In another incident, Conor McGregor attended his teammate Charlie Ward's first Bellator fight. After Ward secured the victory, McGregor jumped into the cage to celebrate with him before the official announcement of the winner had been made. Since medical checks for the fighters had not yet been completed, and McGregor was not a licensed cornerman, the referee did not tolerate his actions and asked him to leave the cage. Conor, however, reacted angrily and got into an altercation with the referee. In 2017, a woman named Terry Murray claimed that Conor McGregor was the father of her child. She even shared photos with the press to support her claims. However, a 2019 DNA test proved the allegations to be false. In a separate case, Nikita Hand accused McGregor of sexually assaulting her at a Dublin hotel in 2018. She filed a lawsuit and won a compensation case in the High Court, with McGregor ordered to pay €250,000. Following this decision, McGregor lost several endorsement deals, including being the face of proper No. 12 whiskey and his inclusion in the Hitman video game series. Conor McGregor's ability to knock out elite fighters in an organization as competitive as the UFC demonstrates the immense power of his left hand. His fame is owed not just to his athleticism, but also to his sharp tongue and psychological warfare before matches. Many MMA fans resemble spectators of ancient gladiator battles, and McGregor knew exactly how to captivate them. He consistently humiliated his opponents in public to get into their heads, a tactic that often helped him secure victories. While some compared this skill to Muhammad Ali's, McGregor rejected the comparison, saying, "No one can come close to Muhammad Ali."
I cannot accept a comparison like that. Muhammad Ali is a special man. He done things that are unthinkable. He changed culture, period. So, but again, I'm honored to even be put in that bracket by some people. So, thank you.
McGregor also cited Bruce Lee as a source of inspiration and even likened himself to Lee. Shortly after announcing his latest retirement, McGregor proposed a match to Dustin Poirier and pledged to donate $500,000 to Poirier's charity foundation.
19 апреля 2016 года вы объявили о том, что вы заканчиваете спортивную карьеру. 21 апреля 2016 года вы заявили о том, что вы возвращаетесь в спортивную карьеру. Что вы делали 2 дня?
На самом деле, за сценой, за октагоном происходит столько всего, иногда приходится уходить для того, чтобы те, кто все контролирует.
Poirier accepted the challenge, and the match was set for January 24, 2021. At the press conference for this fight, McGregor presented a different demeanor, perhaps because it was for charity, or maybe he felt it was time to reveal a side of himself he had kept hidden. However, once the fight began, the Conor in the cage was no longer the Conor of old. Trapped in the business world and losing his edge, McGregor could not succeed against an opponent who had been hungry for a title for years. Six months later, the old Conor was back. He expertly used his provocations both during pre-fight press conferences and inside the cage. But then, the unfortunate moment arrived. Conor made a wrong step, resulting in a broken leg. After the fight, he said to Dustin, "I'm going to kill you." To which Dustin responded, "I'll break your other leg too." This fight turned out to be Conor's last, as he never returned to the octagon again, even 3 years later. Conor McGregor was no longer someone people admired in the cage. He had become a man of alcohol and parties. Through his investments and wealth, Conor had already signaled that he wouldn't be returning to the octagon. The man who once came to sign his UFC contract with social assistance is now richer than we could ever imagine. Although we miss him, he is no longer the Conor McGregor of old. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to turn on notifications for new videos, subscribe if you enjoyed, and leave a comment to share your thoughts.